Hello, welcome to Peter's Marine. My name's Dennis, and today I have a Sea Ray. It's a 230 bow rider, 230 Select. It's a 2009. This particular boat was sold by us originally. It was used locally, which is freshwater, and the owner has now moved on to a newer boat, so we have this one back to resell. I don't know how well you can pick up the color in the video. This is a deep red, sort of a cinnamon, maroon, burgundy color. It's a real nice color. Very well taken care of boat. He had us add some things like the lights up here in the bow, the docking lights. Just was a real good boat for him. He wanted something newer. Has some neat features around the boat too. You have pull-up cleats. These are custom cleats that actually have the little Sea Ray logo in them, which is kind of nice too. But they do pull up and push back down again, so you're not catching on it. And that's the same for all the cleats all the way around the boat. The trailer is a Shorelander trailer. It's made for this boat. It's made for Sea Ray, which is why you see the Sea Ray logo down here on the trailer. But it's a Shorelander trailer. It's all welded. It's not bolted together, and it's a very good galvanizing process. It's better than most galvanizing processes by other manufacturers. Does have disc brakes. Okay, just so you know that if you're having to come to get it, it's got disc brakes, so it's a 5-pin instead of a 4-pin, but there's adapters available for that. Bunk trailer, which you can probably see, loads and unloads very easily. It really does take a lot of the guesswork out of loading a boat when you have a nice trailer like this. The trailer will basically center the boat for you. The inside of the boat, we'll jump up inside there, take a look in there as well. It's got a V8 engine. It's fuel injected. As we come around the back then, you can see it also has what's called a Bravo 3 drive, and that's 2 props that are mounted on a shaft within a shaft, sort of in a row. And these props will counter-rotate. These are big, heavy stainless steel props that counter-rotate, and they really do a nice job of getting the boat up onto plane faster, holding on plane at a slower speed, so it's going to help with your fuel economy. It helps tremendously with slow speed maneuverability in and around a dock, on and off a trailer. It really makes a big difference in how quickly you can turn the boat and how quickly it will react to the steering wheel. Very nice thing to have on boats. Not really needed on a boat 23 feet long, but you know, when you have it, it's very, very nice. So that's what's called a Bravo 3 drive by Mercruiser. I'm going to move a ladder over here to get up a little bit easier. And the boat's pretty clean, so I'm going to take my shoes off before I go in, so excuse me while I do this. But while I'm doing this, you know, you can see there's a nice sized platform back here. And it does extend out quite far so that when this prop, when the drive is down, the drive's going to tuck underneath. So it's a lot safer if you have kids that are jumping on and off. You know, most of us do. You have kids jumping on and off the platform here, you're not going to have to worry about that nearly as much. So that'll tuck back down further underneath. Over here on the port side, this is kind of nice. You have a walkthrough. So you really don't have to take your shoes off if you don't want to, because you're not going to step on the vinyl. But as I walk through here, I'm not stepping on vinyl all the way in. There's actually a seat here. I can pull this out. There's a jump seat that sits down there, but you turn the jump seat over and you don't have to step on the vinyl in there. And that just goes right back down into place there. If you don't have a lot of people on board with you all the time, you can just leave it there like that the whole time. If you're going out for a day and you've got extra people, flip it back over then and they still have a seat. And of course you can sit on it, you know, without the cushion, but it gives you that nice option. This is that walk through here. We can open this up further. Okay, everything's got a gas lid, a gas shock. It's finished on the back side. It's nice. You have storage down here. You have access to your mechanicals. What Sea Ray does, they box them out so that anything you put in here, you're not going to have to worry about it getting involved with those mechanicals. In that case, that was the trim pump that was down there. I'll leave that open there. This is simply a filler cushion to kind of make it look nice. Okay. cameraman Devin today can come on over here to see this. This is going to be your access down to the engine. This is a removable bar if you need to. Just gives extra support. Engine's in nice shape. Compression is great on the engine. You know, you're not going to find rust. Everything really looks pretty nice here. Even has a automatic fire extinguishing system built in, which I don't know if you can see it in here. It's right there, and you should know that will give a discount for most insurance companies will give you a discount for that, so that's good to have. So let me close this side here. Just going to put this out of the way for a sec. And we'll open this other side. Now this one is not a walkthrough, okay, but you have the same idea with your storage, the box. Here's your battery. Plenty of room to put a second battery if you want, and we can certainly do that, put a second battery in and install a switch. But again, it's boxed out, so you don't have to worry about things banging into that. Okay. Now, a neat thing that this boat has, I don't know if you got a chance to see it, maybe through the video, you saw this big hinge, this big stainless steel piano hinge right here. When you take this piece out, this seat then comes up, and you know, you won't see it from where you are there, but there's a little bar that comes down to hold this, and now you have a rear-facing lounge. And it's comfortable, too. We've had, my wife and I have had some boats like this out that we use once in a while with our kids and, you know, going out to some lakes, and this is actually pretty nice. We sit back here, and the kids are jumping on and off the boat, and it's a nice, comfortable place to sit, as opposed to trying to sit inside there and turn around and cranking your neck to try to see what's going on back here. You just come back here. A little nicer. Cup holder right here, too, which is good. And you can see there's plenty of room, so you can get a couple people sitting there. Excuse me while I come back in here. There's storage under this seat, underneath this section, you know, as you probably would expect. Down here in the rest of the cockpit, you have a nice big cockpit. I mean, you can move around, you can walk up. You know, I'm about 5'11", and if you look at the size of the windshield, you know, compared to me, you're down inside this boat. This is not a small 23-foot boat. This has got a lot of beef to it. It's a good, solid, well-riding hull. You have more storage in the sides. You have your ski locker storage, and this actually is lockable as well. Another gas shock there. This actually slides, to give you an idea. Okay, this is the flagpole that comes with it, with the boat. To give you an idea, I'm still not quite at the front of it, so it does slide up quite far. This is mooring cover, a full mooring cover that comes with the boat. The boat also has, and they're on the back of the boat here, boat also has the bow and cockpit covers from Sea Ray as well, and these are in real nice shape. I mean, they're pretty much like new. So your bow and cockpit covers, full cover. Of course, the bimini top up in the bow. Again, if you look at the size of this, the depth of this compared to me, you know, if you have kids sitting up here, they're down deep inside the boat. You know, they're not sitting up on top. So you can let them come up here and sit and enjoy the ride. Kids love sitting up here. And they're down inside. It's safe. Storage, of course, under your bow seats all the way around. And this is a pretty good amount of storage in here as well. It's deep. You know, you have all this depth there. Nicely upholstered throughout, all the way around. Up in the bow, you have your anchor locker, place to put an anchor and the rope and everything. And that will just go back down there. Oop, wrong way. There we go. Moving back again here, you have nice looking dash. If you notice, there's no visible fasteners. There's no screw heads. All the fasteners are hidden. This is a cooler. It's a built-in cooler and it drains overboard. This is your actual glove box. It's a Sony Marine radio. It's actually waterproof. CD player. Hook up for an iPod. And there's even a remote for it. Over on the starboard side, come over here and you've got all your gauges. This is a 4-in-1 gauge, so it cleans up the dash. Instead of having 4 individual small gauges, it's all in one. So it makes a nicer look. Compass, this is your speed, this is your tachometer, and this is a SmartCraft equipped engine. And I'm going to turn the key on. So we can see some things. Okay. Inside the tachometer, you have, in this case, it's showing water temperature on the engine, which happens to be 66 right now. But you can cycle through this, and you can see all kinds of things about the engine. You can see trailer position. As I move the drive up and down. Okay, and when the engine is running, you're going to see a lot more here. It'll be a lot more visible to see what's going on. Gallons per hour, fuel used. And if I can get to the hours here, there's sea temperature, digital speed. This is the first thing that comes up. It tells you your main things, that everything's okay. Let's see here. Trying to find the hours for you. There we go. 2009 with only 142 hours. The boat really had light use. Really wasn't used much. I mean, they were out there using the boat, but not a whole lot of hours on the engine. So it's, heck, you're saving a lot of money by buying a used boat like this. But this is how you control this. This is actually your run, how you start the engine. You would actually flip this button up here further to start it, and then let go. And that's how you turn it off. Control for the radio, so you don't have to reach all the way over there to get it. But it's a real nice setup. Stick operates as normal, forward, neutral, reverse. These are flip-up seats here, so that when if you want to, you can stand easily, because now that's out of the way, or use it as a leaning post, and gets you up higher. Some people like to be up a little bit higher when you're running the engine or running the boat, but it certainly is better to be a little higher when you're on and off a trailer or around a dock. It's easier to see. And of course, standing back up again is nice and easy. Both of these will, of course, pivot around. And all the sliding features as well. But generally, you've got, for the most part, a almost new boat. The way it's, the shape that it's in, you've got an almost new boat, but at a significant savings over a brand new one. If you have any questions, our number is 610-433-1606. Again, my name is Dennis, and thanks for looking.